Alright, welcome back once again, Red Blur Gamers. Couple of interesting notes. Once this video goes up, we will actually be at video 100. So just quick shout out to everyone who has come along for the journey. Thank you very much. Thanks to everyone who's just shaking a paint pot back here. Liked, subscribed, left a comment, interacted. Appreciate you all. Thank you very much. There we go. It definitely has helped and has been awesome having you all along for the ride. So today I'm just trying to clean up these bases where I obviously had some crisis suits blue tacked down. I'm just going to clean up the black, just so when I go to glue them down, and also put on the icing texture, the Vallejo weathering effect. In the snow, there won't be as much of a issue with it under their feet, or in where their feet are concerned. The black won't come through as richly, which it has on some of the other bases. So just do this quickly, and then we'll get into what we're actually doing. So I know there's been a slight delay with some videos coming out. It's been a bit hectic. I've had a busy couple of weeks at work, so I haven't had a chance to do as much. There is some stuff that I do have to respond to. A poll I put up that obviously needs to have its results recorded for. You all did say you wanted to hear about some list building and some playstyle stuff, so I guess I'll do a video around playstyle stuff shortly. But first off, let's just get some more of this Black Templar contrast paint onto these Tau helmets. And this may take, going off the white, it may take 2 or 3 coats for me to get it to the darkness I'm really chasing. I'm trying not to go over board. I'll also, while I'm here, go in and touch up this top section of the gun, which I am trying to miraculously paint also black, just to break up the gun slightly. I don't want the model being too white. You know, as you can see there, his arm stuff is done. The leg pants area has been completed, and so the helmet. So this is roughly what I'm thinking. I may go in and null and oil some of this stuff here just to try and give it a bit of colour across the backpack. I'm going to make a decision on what I'm going to do here. It's very bland. I may colour in a couple of spots or some lights there. I might put colour on a panel there. But there we go. We'll move through these guys slowly. I've also got to figure out what I want to do with his little grenade once it decides to zoom in properly and look at. There we go. Maybe. No. Yes. His little grenade just there. So something else has got to be done. So we'll continue to add this black in. And look, I'm tipping this, to be honest, to be a bit of a short video. I know it is video 100. I'm actually filming this on a Sunday rather than my usual Saturday night. I did paint a few things. Throw them away. Paint a few things last night, so I will go through those shortly, because then you can see what I've been up to and get an idea of what's been going on. So helmet done. Move back over this rifle. So yes, the quietness, which probably is slightly awkward, but it's just me trying to concentrate nice and hard so that I can do what I need to do. Get this stuff out of the way. I'm still figuring out what I'm doing with your ass. But, these guys that have had 2 layers on, we'll put them on one side. The ones that haven't, we'll on the other, and let me know. Alright, let's in the helmet again. Just wick some of that contrast off the brush to make it slightly easier. There we go. Front of the firearm slightly painted. Oh, let's get some of this. More of this. Some more on the brush maybe. Contrast on. Now I am finding these helmets a little fiddly. Just given I'm used to painting Space Marines lately, and a lot of bigger, thicker models. The crisis suits, stealth suits, they are a touch bigger than the little Pathfinder. Well, these guys are breaches, but they are a touch bigger, and therefore a little bit easier to actually paint. So that is definitely a bonus. All right. So anyway, I will say this now. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Leave a comment. Let us know how you're going, what you've been up to. If we post anything, be it on the Facebook channel, the Instagram channel, or even on here, interact. Let us know how you're going. Let us know what is on your hobby table as of current. Let's just share around some pictures, some photos of our hobby, and we'll continue on. I know today that I went in and got my free miniature for the month of June, the little skeleton guy, and the friendly local Warhammer shop owner suggested I put my army into Armies on Parade. I definitely don't know about that one. I don't not feel confident in terms of these guys being well painted enough. It's definitely something that is a bit of a concern for me, because I don't feel like my painting skills are quite that good. I am trying very hard to get better, but you know, it all comes with practice. And the honest thing is, maybe it's worth it. Maybe I throw my army in and see what people say, and whether or not I get a chance to actually talk to some other painters who are local, and just see what they have to say in regards of like what they see, what they would consider changing. Any tips or tricks for me, you know, just something to help me improve. I'm definitely trying things as we go along, trying to be better, trying to get better. So hopefully, as we do go along, you guys are seeing some improvement in my painting skill and style, whether it advances or just gets cleaner. I do know I try different things as I go along, and even with these guys I'm slightly messy. The helmet's a little bit black in certain spots where it shouldn't be, but I'm definitely trying to ensure that I have some nice set lines in where I'm painting so that I'm not actually over spots. So as you can see, I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with those goggles, magnifying glass or something. What's he got? Not a magnifying glass. Bloody binoculars that he's carrying. And I'm thinking about painting the little doodad there silver. And then obviously giving it a brush with Nuln oil just to dirty it up slightly. But for the moment, that is just a thought. Obviously, I'm still processing on how I'm going to attack this particular these particular models, because I'm just trying to break up some of the colour. Obviously, I will go in and paint one of the lenses in the helmet with a white, so that I can then give it a colour. And we're getting through these guys pretty quick. We've got 7 of 10 done, and then I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with good old fireblade over there, because I know that I had to make some changes to my army due to the balance data slate from a couple of months ago, or probably just over a month ago now. Feels like forever ago. In which stealth suits gained 20 points per model or per team, making them a touch more expensive to field, which means that obviously you've then got to have a think about what is coming in or out of that list to be able to balance up and be able to take on the same amount of stuff. So yeah, I've got to have another look at my list. I don't remember if I don't know what I've pulled out yet. I may be looking at a couple of different things. I do have a Crutox in the cupboard that needs to be built, which I thought about bringing just for the fact of some entertainment. And I had a look at their rules. I've got some interesting rules. Can definitely go with my crew itself, technically in support. They wouldn't really be attached to the crew. I do have some crew leaders that I could build and paint, because they're pretty straightforward in terms of painting them. It wouldn't take too long because I have the blue here to do it, so it's just a prime of white and then a blue contrast, and make up some bits and pieces as you go along. In terms of colour, I'm pretty sure I've got all the colours that Ian used to paint them when he painted them, because he asked to borrow my crew, which were unpainted. But the rule was if he was borrowing them, he had to paint them, so he did. Mind you, he did pay one of the local lads who's I've got a couple of bits painted from to paint up some of the crew to make it easier for him, because he thought that was the smartest thing to do. Well, there we go, all 20 of them, all 10 of them parrots done. We're going to jump in and do the same thing. We're doing the opposite side of the barrel for fireblade. So his barrel is along the bottom. We are painting the black rather than on the top, because it was going to be a little simpler, a little easier to do. And then we just painted the bottom of the actual blade, the bonding knife that he's carrying, the little bottom of that. So it's in a sheath. Just painting the bottom of the sheath black. to kind of mix it all in, match it all into some of the parts. I don't know what I'm going to do. I do know that I will paint this bottom section of this pauldron and maybe even the top lip with Boster, this one, Frost Heart, which is what's gone on the arm there of that gentleman. I will do that to him, just as I have done one layer on the arm of that guy, who's almost also painted. So I've just got to figure out, I want to break up some more of this actual model. So I'm contemplating actually getting in and just hitting this section here. It's a very thin section, as long as I can paint it without really going over the outside the lines massively. I think it will come out actually looking okay. So which again, we'll get a second load of black on there. But as for the skin and the hair, I still haven't figured that out yet. I will get to it. I'm going to probably wash all his armor with some known oil. Just trying to, I've been messing with the cloak. I've had a few different layers of things go on it, just to try and change it. I'm probably going to hit it with some highlights, maybe some white. I've got some, I need to do this gun while I'm thinking about it. Did that? Yeah. Love. Got this contrast black out. While I'm still painting, I'm just going to hit the nozzle of this gun, because this is what I wanted to do previously, but didn't quite get around to doing it. Because then obviously once this commander is finished being painted, the young fella will then be can I go all the way down there? I think that's what I'm going to do. We're going to paint. It's going to be slightly tricky in some spots. It's tricky, especially when you put your finger in the contrast paint, which you've just painted on. We're going to go all the way, like so, all the way around. Like that. Just one lay down, anyway, let that dry. It's going to take its time, but as you can see, we've got some stuff in the background here. We just got to go. Some of it actually primed pretty well, so some of it didn't. So I've got to try and figure out which parts I need to respray and which I don't. But like, for instance, the legs here can be dry brushed. Technically it could be dry brushed. Go the same here. We didn't quite get good coverage on the bottom there, but you know, that one probably can be dry brushed. And we move across to the next one. Got to be glued. It's not sitting too well. I possibly broke that, but can be dry brushed and painted. Similar thing, I didn't quite get all the white on there. It feels nice and soft and smooth though. So although I'm missing a set of legs. It's slightly entertaining what's happened there. Might have to figure that out. We've missed places settled. Oh, there they are. They're okay, I think. Yep. This one definitely needs another hit. It didn't quite, just along there. It didn't quite glue thing off properly as well as it should. Probably not too bad. And again, this one needs another spray. So that one kind of, excuse me, needs another spray. And then similar here. Pretty close to being pretty good. Got enough on there that it doesn't matter because I'm going to paint those bits black, but as for the rest of the ones, they didn't get sprayed really, did it? And then arm's not too bad. And this arm, again, the bottom needs a bit of a touch up maybe, but yeah, they're not too far away from being ready to go, those crisis suits there. But for now, we've finished up with, well, those Pathfinders to a degree. What I really should do, very big napkin. What I really should do is, the stuff's still wet, it is. If those couple of guys at the back there, their eyes dried, I probably should. Start colouring in eyeballs. Let's do both on these guys. So we've got some thin down pro acrylic white here, which would just actually make things a little better. Some of these guys have got different helmets, which, big whoop. As far as I'm concerned, it is what it is. Some of this is getting quite put on quite comfortably. Good skills by me. Some of it is spreading around a little bit slightly, which is not intentional. So we're trying our best to get these guys all sorted out. I might as well make the most of what I'm doing while it's sitting there, seeing as I already had used it on something else, which I don't know if I was doing it at the start of the video or not, I may have been, which is actually just here. Putting some pro acrylic in there, just so I can lighten it up, so I can hit it with the Pilar Glacier to try and lighten up the white, and then I will maybe even just dry brush or with this skink blue, or even just edge highlight with the bar roll. But anyway, that's me for today. That's that out of the way. I'll let some stuff dry and see you on the flip side. But as I said, when this goes up, this will hit video 100, and I'd just like to thank everyone for participating, keeping me in check, joining in, and all that kind of jazz. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much, and see you in the next one. Bye for now.